Australia's same-sex marriage debate will cost more than $100 million to resolve. Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull wants the nation to decide the issue with a postal plebiscite by the end of the year. Jonathan Lee explains.
A government branded heartless, a Prime Minister watching over his shoulder, trying to become an issue that threatens to sink him.
Bill Shorten.
Warning.
We all know what happens to governments that break their promises.
While Malcolm Turnbull supports gay marriage, he's torn between his convictions and his party room.
Strong leaders carry out their promises. Weak leaders break them.
Today, the coalition recommitted to sending its plebiscite bill back to the Senate this week, knowing full well it won't pass.
There's nothing they can offer me, no. You're not going to trade on something. This is people's future and people's happiness.
My government is committed to getting all Australians' views. Yeah. My government is committed to giving every Australian a say.
Plan B is a voluntary postal plebiscite.
And the cost is
$122 million.
In case you missed that.
A postal plebiscite, and it does depend on participation, is up to $122 million.
I'm encouraging them to have their say.
Ballot papers would be sent out by mid-September, votes due back by November 7. If the public votes to not change the definition of marriage, there would be no vote in Parliament. A majority yes vote, however, would trigger a free conscience vote in Parliament. That would still allow MPs to vote however they want.
If either of these processes produces a yes, many of the Liberals are going to vote no anyway.
There is a precedence of sorts. In 1974, Gough Whitlam had a sample phone survey to help work out whether to change the anthem. Protest groups, though, argue the government's backup plan is unconstitutional. Still, 5 Rebel MPs may go it alone, bringing on their own private member's bill.
I also reserve my right to be able to introduce a bill.
If a conscience vote isn't held,
it becomes an election issue whenever the election may be held.
So much for it being a side issue. Jonathan Lee, 10 Eyewitness News.